was gone and I had this child and had no experience with children, nor did my husband. And it was like, oh my gosh, now here we have this kid we have to raise in the middle of this devastating loss of my mother. And it really was one of those things where we had no choice but to go on and to figure it out and to work through the grief. And as the months went by and my daughter was growing healthy and strong and we were figuring those things out and I was surviving without my mother, my crutch, my best friend, I started to realize that I could do things that I didn't ever think I could have done and that I wouldn't have given myself credit for. And so as I started down that path, I started to try more things that were difficult that I wouldn't have thought I could have done. And with each one of those victories, I felt stronger mentally, physically, all of that. So anyway, that brings me to Beachbody. I always like to laugh because my husband was doing obstacle races, Spartans and things of that nature. And I wanted to get stronger and I wanted to do that. I had been doing Weight Watchers. I had been working out at a kickboxing gym and I wanted to do these races with my husband. And so this is the part that I always laugh about is I would say in the beginning that one day Megan Ewaldson just appeared in my newsfeed like God had put her there for me. And then as I got further into Beachbody, I realized, no, Megan is very good at what she does. And she purposefully got herself into my newsfeed because I was the kind of person that she was looking for to have join her. So I went to her because I wanted T25. And she, being Megan, was talking to me and was like, no, T25 is absolutely not what you want for what your goals are. If you want a quick workout that's going to make you stronger, P90X3 is the way to go. And of course, that program makes much more sense for what I was trying to do. And but then as I told her my story, she said, you know, it sounds like you're doing a lot of inspiring things. I had run a half marathon at that point. Like I said, was trying to get into these obstacle races. And she's like, what do you think about coaching? And I was like, no, that's a ridiculous idea. Why would I do that? I don't know anything about these products. I don't know about these programs. Who am I going to coach? What am I going to tell anybody about anything? And she said, well, why don't you start off with us and you can be a coach? And I told her specifically, I like the idea of coach in quotation marks rather than being an actual coach and trying to coach anyone. So I signed on as a coach and got into a challenge group that was an amazing challenge group, that first one. A lot of us bonded right away and had signed up as discount coaches. And long story short, there was a team cup coming up, I think 2 months later. And so several of us newbies decided, okay, we will join up and we will join this team cup team. And so that sort of threw me into it. I totally, from the beginning, believed in Beachbody, believed in this company, believed in the products. Before I tried Shakeology, just learning about it and the ingredients and what it does, I knew that I wanted that, which is why I agreed to the coaching, because I wanted to save money on that. And I knew that I wanted Shakeology to be part of my journey. But I had a lot of mental work to do still before I was ready to actually coach. So it was July of that year that we had the team cup, and I signed up my husband as my first coach and my sister-in-law as my second coach. And talked to some close friends, sold a couple of challenge packs to really like some close friends. The 21-day fix was pretty new then, and they wanted to get on board with that. And those were the only challenge packs I sold. In August, I didn't sell any. I think in September, I sold one to somebody I knew. And then in October, I sold one. And I really just did not get anything going. I was an emerald. And I was like, oh, once you're an emerald, you'll make a bunch of money. That's when the bonuses happen and everything will be good because I'm an emerald. Without realizing, no, you have to do things on your weak leg. You have to get some people going, and just signing up to discount coaches is not going to get you very far. But I still had a lot of fear in me and a lot of mental blocks and a lot of worrying about what other people were thinking. And I was slowly pushing myself past those things and convincing myself to push post on a like page post that was vulnerable without feeling like, oh, I'm ready to do this. This is something I feel confident in. I was trying to push myself to do it, and I would do it. But as far as speaking with confidence about the opportunity, about the products, about any of it, I still had that wall up. because of all the years of what I had been, that I had been so lazy, that I hadn't worked for anything. Who's going to want to listen to me? Who's going to want to be coached by me? Because what do I have to offer as this person who people know, never tried at anything, never worked hard at anything. And so for me, that took a really long time. In November, things started to roll a little bit. I ran a special for my birthday and sold some challenge packs to some enthusiastic challengers. And so I had a great challenge group in November, had a great one in December. And then in January, was invited to the leadership retreat last year out in Utah. And for me, that was a huge, huge, huge game changer. Really being part of this team and meeting these people in real life and spending time with them in a house, bonding and talking and hearing the stories of the way this company had changed people's lives was incredible for me. And so I feel like I tell people now that, yeah, I've been a coach for 1.5 years, but that first 6 months, I don't hardly even count because I wasn't confident enough in the sharing. I believed in the company. I believed in the products. I didn't believe in me enough as part of this package. And I think that's what separates us from all the other companies out there. There are some that are selling junk and trying to pass it off as healthy, and there are others that do have stuff that's pretty clean and pretty good, but nothing compares to Shakeology and nothing compares to what we offer as a take my hand, come with me kind of support system. And so I feel like the last year has really, really been incredible. Summit was wonderful. The fact that this company gave us speakers at Summit who talked about the things that they did, understanding that if your mindset is not in the right place, we could give you the premier products, we can do anything, but it's not going to work if your mindset is not where it needs to be. And I love that. And so I just felt even more in love in July with the company and feel confident now sharing this with anybody, whether it's Shakeology, whether it's the challenge packs, whether it's the coaching opportunity. I really just feel so much better about all of it. So the tips that I would give you, first of all, you have to stop worrying about what other people think. And that is so much easier said than done coming from me. And I still have days where I go, eek, I'm going to post it. Okay, post. And then I close my eyes and shut my computer and run off and go, oh, there it is. Okay. And it's out there. So fake it till you make it on that one. But really, I was reading something in personal development. I don't know if it was John C. Maxwell or whoever, but they were saying, you think people think about you a lot more than they actually think about you. And so that is something to me that I really try to remember. Like, it's this huge, big thing for me, but somebody else is looking at it and scrolling on by and not giving it, another thought where you're agonizing over it. So they're not thinking about you as much as you think they're thinking about you. And the partner of that is removing emotion from the outcome. We say go for no. We say try to get 100 no's. This was another one that was really hard for me. Remove yourself from the emotion. If somebody says not right now, this is not for me, that doesn't mean they're saying, hey, you have a stupid company and I hate your product and you definitely are not a good coach and I don't need you. That's not what no means. And having been in this as long as I've been in it now, that thing that everybody says about you plant those seeds and they're going to blossom later. I mean, I'm getting challengers now that I've been talking to for a year, for 8 months, whatever it is, but it does mean not right now. And I literally had a friend a couple of weeks ago tell me, I'm telling you no right now, but that doesn't mean no forever. That means not right now. And I was like, oh, okay. Getting to the point where people are actually saying that to me. So that's one thing. Separate your emotion from that. Doing a program. This is a big thing for me lately. I feel like things are really ramping up for me again right now. And that is because I was doing back to the mud races. I had started doing some and then last year decided that I was going to do a double trifecta, which is 3 of each of the Spartan distances. It's challenging. It was a big thing for me mentally. But while I was doing that, I also had a gym that I loved going to, and I would dabble in programs. I'd be like, I'm going to do max 30 for a couple of weeks, and then I get tired of that, and I do some P90X workouts, and I was always working out, and I was always drinking my shake. And so I was like, I am good. Look at me. I'm a product of the product. And it was on a national wake-up call, and I don't know who said it. Maybe it was about Julie Voris, who is a founding coach, that somebody from corporate had asked her, what program are you doing? And she didn't have a program that she could say. And I thought about that, and I was like, well, I don't really have a program that I can say. I did P90X3 in the beginning, and I love that. And I did a round of 21-day fix right after that, and I did Max 30 a year ago. But I've literally not done a program straight through in 1 year. Always working out, posting pictures of working out. But the idea is we have calendars, and we have people who have developed these programs to go with the calendars and to go from start to finish. And so I said, okay, here comes hammer and chisel. I'm going to do this one. And I've done it, and I've faithfully been posting about it on my like page. Every week is an update about what's happened that week. And I feel like that is getting people interested. It's making me excited. And I think I'm going to have some awesome results as a result of sticking with something. So making sure that you know that being a product of the product means that you are actually doing a program, not just that you're working out and drinking a shake, but that you are doing a specific Beachbody program. Learning. This was another thing that slowed me down in the beginning. I didn't have the confidence, and I was like, how am I going to present this to people? I don't understand everything about it. And I have the number 3 coach in the company, and so she's going to teach me everything, and I'm going to learn everything. And then once I learn everything, then I'll be able to get coaches, and I'll be able to teach my coaches what they need to know once I learn everything. And so it became a learn, let's learn a little more, learn. And it wasn't doing. And so I feel like that definitely held me back. We have amazing, amazing coaches leading this team, and we are so blessed to have them. But don't get caught in the cycle of feeling like you need to know everything before you can go forward. I do feel like I can speak with confidence about a lot of different things. I can answer my downline coaches' questions about a lot of things because of all the time that I have spent training and learning. But I wish that I had been far more balanced with that and felt confident enough in myself that I could have talked about stuff and presented these things, exactly the getting ready to get ready, that I could have been presenting these things with confidence sooner, regardless of if I didn't know everything, saying, you know what, I am not sure about the answer to that, but I have a huge team full of wonderful people who have experienced lots of different things. Let me get an answer for you on that. So I appreciate now all that I know, but I do know that it held me back for a long time. So learn from these amazing people that we have, but don't let that stop you from diving in. The last thing I would say is balance in building. With me, I was slow to get challengers, and then I started to get challengers, and I was like, yes, look at my challenge groups. They're rocking. These people are excited. They're ready to go. I'm going to sign them up as coaches. Yes. And so I was getting discount coaches, and my downline started to fill up, and I got so excited, and finally I got people to emerald up. Yes, I am a diamond. I am a diamond. And then I got this medal for being a diamond, and medals are my secondary love language. I joke with Carrie and Megan that my first one is words of affirmation, and my second ones are medals. And I say, oh, look at me. I have a medal. I am a diamond. But the thing is, it's right here, right next to my computer is my medal. So I'm a diamond. I have my medal. Yes, this is so good. But the thing is that I had built with so many discount coaches that then my diamond started to crumble. Because this person didn't need Shakeology anymore because they were pregnant and they decided they didn't want it and they didn't care that it was okay while you were pregnant. And this person had too much because they're only drinking it every other day. And so then they fell off. And it became this, oh my gosh, I'm chasing to get people because these people keep falling off because they're not in it for the business. So while you do need discount coaches, you also need to find people who are interested in this for the business opportunity and for building. And so that's where I'm really working now, is presenting this opportunity for what it is and in building my coaches' confidence in the products, in the program, so that they can go out and do something with this and not just saying, hey, there's a great discount if you sign up for this. So making sure that you have some balance when you're building. And I'm trying to look at the clock and see how much time I have, which is probably not much, but that's what I have as my tips, pointers. What kinds of questions can I answer?
Kate, you're so awesome.
And like I just go, and I'm like, wait, where was that story going?
No, it was like fantastic. And I was just typing to Carrie like on Facebook. I don't know, we love you and your energy and your heart, and
Thank you.
I'm just so thankful for you and that
you magically landed in my newsfeed. That was really amazing.
Intentionally magically landed.
You magically, by some fate, I was meant to be with you. And not that you totally targeted people from Greenville who were into racing and getting stronger and T25. Yep.
You know. But I think my favorite takeaway from your call, and I was just going crazy in the chat over here, is your tip about stop getting ready to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
You can have all the training in the world. You can. And you can be trained by Lindsay Matway. You can be trained by, Megan and Carrie, which you guys, we beat a dead horse over and over again. You're probably like, oh my gosh, give me someone else. And then you get someone else, it's the same thing. So
it is the same thing. And that was the other thing, is in the beginning, it was all, okay, what's the nugget that I'm going to learn that is going to be able to make my business skyrocket and make me really successful? And I go to Disney World a lot with my family, and was driving down to Disney World. It's about 8.5 hours from us. Was driving down to Disney World, and I was like, I got these podcasts. I'm going to listen to every national wake-up call. And I listened. The kids were sleeping in the back, and I listened to literally like 5.5 hours worth of national wake-up calls. And I was like, they're all saying the same thing. They're saying it different ways, but they're saying, invite. Be a product of the product. Read your personal development. And so that's what it is. And it's not that there is some magic to it, but it's believe in yourself. It's know your product and speak confidently about it.
It really, really is.
So
I love that. Does anyone have any questions for our dear Kate?
Like how you get this medal? Backwards.
By the way, she's an expert in greenberry shakeology, so greenberry.
I have sold it to 2 people now. 2 people, and I tried my first one.
Oh, wait, you never had it before?
No, I never had it before.
What do you think?
It was actually pretty good. I was surprised by how much I liked it. Yeah. I sent Megan a picture of me with my chocolate cup for backup. I had the greenberry and also a chocolate.
I think it's good in the summer. Like, greenberry in the summer.
Maybe. But I hope that was beneficial and that y'all can learn from some of the mistakes that I made along the way.
Yeah. No, that was perfect. Favorite call.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
It really is. And I guess if no one has any questions, it's just really good to hear everybody's story. Don't you guys agree? I don't know.
And one more thing, I feel like in a team this large, it can feel hard to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
But you just have to dive in and start commenting and making connections with people in challenge groups and things like that. And then when you get somewhere like Summit, you meet people in person and you just feel like you've known them forever.
Yeah, it's real. Like we are for real.
Don't feel like you're just a number. But I can't wait to go in April and just be with everybody again, because that and Summit are so powerful.
Yeah.
Just to have people together and on the same mission. It's amazing. I'm getting chills.
Oh, we do have a question. Once you hit Ruby, what gets you to Diamond? Still learning, but didn't wait to start until I knew everything. Do you want to answer, Kate?
So that's easy. Once you get to Ruby, I feel like you've done the hard part, because then you've got the 2 emeralds. And for me, that's been my struggle. I had 2 emeralds on one leg and still have 2 emeralds on one leg forever and ever and ever. And so if you have the emerald on each leg, you need 3 additional coaches on each leg to be Diamond.
Yep. Total of 8 personally sponsored coaches.
2 of whom are emerald, 1 on each leg.
Right. But you don't stop there, right?
No.
Build.
I have my Star Diamond ranks right here to look at and study and inspire me. Yep.
So, 2 emeralds, 1 on each leg.
Yep. Yes, most people do skip over a ruby because that's the hard thing, is to get the emeralds. So,
Yeah.
okay, last thought of the day, because I heard this week and I thought it was so brilliant about having confidence in presenting whatever you're presenting, whether it's a challenge group, whether it's a coaching opportunity. You can't say the right thing to the wrong prospect. Isn't that freeing? Like, if it's a person, then this is not for them. Like, don't make yourself crazy, because if they're not right for this, then nothing you say is going to make them think, oh, this is right.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
So that was freeing to me mentally. Helping me remove emotion from it. Well, it doesn't matter what I say because they were not the right person and this is not for them anyway.
Right. But you won't know unless you ask.
True. But that's me taking a bow and going.
Because you could assume that they're the wrong person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you are presenting it from the heart and you're sharing what you know, if they're going to go, nope, it's not for me, doesn't matter what you said.
Yep.
So.
I can't read that, Carrie.
I can't read it either. I'm trying to get close.
I'm sticky noting that one too, because it hit me in the same way it hit you, Kate.
Yay.
I'm sticky noting that one right to my.
You should totally stick it right next to your computer, just like I did.
Man, I need to get more organized, I guess.
No, literally, those are the two things I have stuck by my computer. And I have my medal hanging right here. You probably have a lot of medals you could hang up.
No, my kids steal them.
Oh, my kids are never getting mine.
Actually, speaking of medals, my 5-year-old had 2 of mine tonight, and she was saying, like, this is water, and this is power, and together we're, I don't know, she was talking about, like, some magic stuff coming out of the medal. And I was
and they're like, nope, sorry, children, those are my medals. You definitely cannot have that. I was determined, Abby, and sometime when we have more time, I'll tell everyone the story of how I had to make them give me the medal at Summit because I was a week late on qualifying to get the medal at Summit, but I was not leaving Nashville without my medal.
Oh, man, yeah. That was,
Yep.
dedicated.
It's my love language. When it's your secondary love language, you're going to fight for it.
Love it.
Anyway, anybody who has further questions or wants to talk more, please feel free to message me.
For sure. Thank you so much, Kate.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Hold on. I want to take a picture. Wait, don't leave. Let me take a picture so I can post about it. Where are y'all at?
Wait, hold on. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I'm totally ready.
Cheese.
Yay. Okay, I think I got it. Also, take pictures of things and post about them. That's good advice too.
Yeah, see, now you have content for tonight.
Okay. Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.